What's up, fellow YouTubers? Happy Saturday! It's the weekend. Don't really have any weekend plans. Just make an effort to hang out with some friends, and you know, pretty much it. Same shit, different day. Yeah, buddy. I ordered some more tactical soap. I ordered 2 bars of Bond Musk and 2 bars of Bond Regular. I also ordered some God of War beard oil for my mustache and my goatee, my little of-age clit tickler right here, as you'd call it. I'll let you know the results when I review the products, I like Tactical Soap. It's an awesome company started by a single dad trying to help men like himself find suitable dating companions. And it's a universal thing. Women love guys who smell good. And if you could smell good to any woman you walk by in the bar, how much money would you pay for that? Well, Tactical Soap's $11.05, but compared to the competing brand with the cocky asshole that sells sunglasses, that soap's gonna cost you like $14. So Tactical Soap's not only cheaper, but it actually works. Because Tactical Soap is the shit. I'll let you in on a secret. Tactical Soap makes women's pussies wet when you wear it. It gets their estrogen going. It uses pheromones to boost your natural male characteristics and make you smell pleasing to the ladies. Now you're thinking about this and you're going, that sounds crazy, dude. So you buy yourself just 1 bar because you think, hey, you know what? Which one? What do they do? Well, Bond is named after James Bond, the hero. So that one makes women feel safe. It also makes you smell sexy. And then you have Maverick, which is your playful side. That's why it's named after Top Gun and that crazy pilot. And then you have Durden, which is named after the Fight Club because it brings out your fighting spirit. 3 different soaps doing 3 different things. They bring out a man's natural characteristics and they just make you smell good for the ladies. Yeah. Now if you use the affiliate link that I have in the description box below for the Grondike Soap Company, I get a little bit of money every time you buy a bar of soap using that affiliate link. And on top of it, coupon code KINGCOBRA will get you 10% off your next order. Yeah, buddy. We're gonna grab ourselves a pinch, a Lucky Lipper. I finished off that last can of watermelon that I was chewing on. OutlawDip.com. Pack, dip, spit, enjoy. And I tell you what, I'm gonna say something that might make you think, YouTube. Liberals who hate guns based in fear and ignorance are just as annoying as the people who are way too supportive of them. Now, what do I mean by this? Okay, I'm totally down for supporting Second Amendment rights. But there's a time and a place for it, YouTube. If you're at a peaceful protest supporting Black Lives Matter, that's definitely not the place to be, One might argue, though, and this is the complaint I heard from one of my Facebook friends who was at the Casper protest. They said a lot of civilians brought their guns just to scare people, and you can't change my mind otherwise. No offense to my Facebook friend, but that is such a liberal response to guns. Now, the biggest argument people make is guns should be made illegal because they kill people. My counter argument to that is, look at pit bulls. Pit bulls get a bad reputation because of their owners. You want to make that argument, then let's ban fast food, let's ban cell phones, let's ban soda pop, alcohol, drugs that you take for prescriptions. I mean, if you really want to break this down logically, you want to ban guns because they can kill people. Well, let's ban ice cream because ice cream can kill people too. You eat too much ice cream, you'll get diabetes, you'll get fat. I know what some people might say, that's kind of a stretch, Josh, because ice cream isn't used to kill people. No, neither is a chainsaw, neither is an axe, neither is a screwdriver, but neither are kitchen knives that you use to cut food, but yeah, buddy. Now, I consider myself lucky because I was hanging out with a friend or some friends yesterday, the day before, and the peaceful protest that went down, no one got shot, you know. Now, it's perfectly understandable if you hate guns. I get that. But you hate guns because of the things you choose to focus on. It's the truth. Humans have been killing each other since the dawn of time. We've evolved from a guillotine to an AR-15. You know, when a U.S. Marine uses an AR-15 to protect our freedom, it's not all over the news. But when an AR-15 is used to commit mass shootings, it's all over the news. And that's kind of like when sexism happens and people only choose to focus on it when it happens to women. People almost have a hard time believing that men can be treated in a sexist manner too. But yeah, a lot of the hatred towards guns, a lot of it comes from people's personal experiences. They've known someone who's, you know, liberals hate guns because guns are used to hurt people. But gun lovers hate when mass shootings happen too because it makes guns look bad and innocent lives are taken. So that's the argument, basically. Both sides have some arguing points. Furthermore, if you want to buy an AR-15, I think you should have to be 21 or older, as it shoots a pistol cartridge, for one. And two, 30-round limits. No magazines over 30 rounds. No bump firing, no silencers. Now, I'm going to say this because I think it needs to be said. The difference between a semi-automatic weapon and a fully automatic weapon. Machine guns are fully automatic. Okay? What's the difference? If you pull the trigger on a machine gun or a semi-automatic weapons do not have this capability, I'm telling you right now. Fully automatic weapons, you pull down that trigger, it spits them, right? Semi-automatic, you have to pull the trigger and release it before it fires again. Just because AR-15s look like machine guns doesn't technically make them machine guns. It's a quote-unquote loophole. So I see why people like them, but personally speaking, I think AR-15s are overrated. Polymer pieces of shit, that's my opinion. But that's just it. You can use an AR-15 to hunt deer and ducks just like you would a shotgun or a hunting rifle. If you're allowed to use a pistol to hunt deer with, then you can use an AR-15 to do it. But the simple fact of the matter is, if you want to buy a can of Outlaw Dip, which has nicotine in it, you have to be 21 and up to buy it. But if you're 18 or older, you can buy an AR-15. It's ridiculous. But that's just it. You get attacked for having an opinion. It doesn't matter if you support it or you're against it. When it comes to guns, that's kind of true. I mean, there are just some things you flat out just don't support because it's nasty and wrong. But outside of that, like, the topic of guns is just one of those things. You're going to get shit for having an opinion no matter what your opinion is. Oh, you support them? Oh, you're a typical Republican. Oh, you're against them? You're a typical liberal. You know, that's just politics for you. Get yourselves a juicy pinch of this goodness. Oh, yeah, look at that. I keep the other 2 cans for when I'm out of actual smoking tobacco, because believe me, when you're low on cigarettes or you're out, this Outlaw Dip comes in handy. Now, homeboy Scotty's a fan of Mountain Dew as well, so I gave him a can to try. I'm like, bruh. Jesse Ryan sent him a jug too, just like mine. I don't know, it's different because I live in Wyoming. Okay, Wyoming is a gun-friendly state. You want to preach gun rights and freedom of speech? I'm fine with that. But there's a time and a place. Was it necessary for the civilians to bring their guns to a peaceful protest? Not really. I mean, they were just worried that someone might try to shoot them. But honestly, do you think anyone's going to pull a mass shooting when everyone's got a gun? That's something to think about. Oop. Hold on. If sometimes the can doesn't want to close right. I've seen this happen with dip cans before. And if you try to force it, it bends the son of a bitch. Nope. That's good dip though. But you want to ban guns because they kill people, and let's ban cell phones while we're at it. You know how many fucking idiots we see out there texting and driving? Their friend sends them a funny ass fuck text, they're just like reading it, and they go to respond with LOL, that was funny as shit. And then they look up and they crash their car into someone. Now pay attention when you're driving, goddammit. I mean, this is just the society we live in, YouTube. Yeah, hold up. Oop. A little bit spiffy. No, get back in there. Get back in there, you son of a... So one of those you have to get it on there just right, otherwise it'll be a pain in the butt to close. Yeah, buddy. Come on. Now the protest in Casper for Mr. Floyd was peaceful. No one got shot. So I'm thinking, okay, that's gonna be the end of it. I'm sitting there playing video games with a friend of mine, and some dickhead walks outside. Pops a round off into the air. Me and my friend both hear it, and we're like, oh, what the fuck, dude. Me and my buddy were just sitting there like, that sounds like a gunshot. And I'm like, I hope it wasn't. And then sure enough, it was. Heard whoever did it get into a standoff with the police, and I'm just like, do we really have to do this crap? The rally was peaceful. There was no need for this shit. And this is why liberals love to bitch about guns. It's because of the fucking idiots that give us gun owners a bad name. Tell you what. Yep. It's no different when you see a cop kill an innocent black man. It gives cops a bad name. You know, it's pretty much the same scenario. Assholes ruin it for everyone. And that's just it. If you support guns, you get labeled a typical American wannabe cowboy, redneck, gun-loving nut job, whatever. You're against guns, you get labeled a liberal douche, and ugh, dude. There's a reason why a lot of people don't discuss politics. It's because it just gives you a flippin' headache. Because both sides argue like children, and it's ridiculous. There we go. We got her. She's on, ladies and gents. Alright. Yeah, buddy. Now for tobacco-free dip, this Outlaw dip kicks ass. They got all kinds of delicious flavors to check out. If you're 21 and up, wild watermelon, lucky lipper, sweet tea, ramblin' root beer. But yeah, once that standoff had cooled off and it was safe for me to walk home, I did. And the whole walk home, I'm just bitching to myself. I'm like, God damn it, Casper, we're better than this. Yeah. One of my Facebook friends who was at the Casper Peace Rally for George Floyd was protesting on Facebook that the only reason people brought their guns there was to be intimidating. You can't change my mind otherwise. Some of them, yes, I feel like some of them were there just to show off their guns. And some of them could have been there to protect and keep the situation safe. You don't know that. You know, it's unfair to make assumptions. It's unfair that innocent lives are taken. In fact, I'm going to pull up a video on YouTube called, it's a compilation of people saying really stupid shit about firearms. Let's see here. Assuming that guns are evil is no different than assuming that minorities are gangbangers. It's a negative stereotype. Depends on the person, doesn't it? I want to post an adorable video to Facebook. You know, sometimes when there's all this negative crap, you see it on social media, you see people who are just spreading all these stories filled with hate and ugh, dude. Sometimes you got to spread a little bit of, you know, a little bit of something different, you know. So here's the video I'm going to post to Facebook real quick. Ever wonder what a blue Great Dane and a Weimaraner would look like mixed together? I posted a video of some blue Great Dane Weimaraner puppies playing outside. Let's see. Freaking. Let's see. Dumb liberal gun quotes, YouTube. Let's see if I can find it. Yes. Alrighty. Hey. That's just it, YouTube. When it comes to guns, you get shit for having an opinion. It's just one of those situations. If you support firearms, you're labeled a radical, redneck, Republican. If you're against guns, you get labeled a libtard. It's just like, ugh, dude. Like, I'm all for protesting gun rights, but doing it at a Black Lives Matter rally is so inappropriate. You want to host a separate rally for that? Go right ahead. But that being said, let's watch a video that I just gave it a like. Dumbest liberal gun quotes #4. Best anti-gun fails competition. Protesters gone wild. Yeah, it says, in his previous video, he has shown you how politicians say really dumb things about gun control, like... Wait for it.
I've held an AR-15 in my hand. I wish I had it. It is as heavy as 10 boxes that you might be moving. And the bullet that is utilized, a 50 caliber, these kinds
oh my fucking
of
God.
bullets, need to be licensed and do not need to be on the streets.
Okay, here we fucking go. As somebody who shoots guns with his buddies on the weekend, because that's just good, clean Wyoming fun, take a couple of pop cans and go out to the field. You're on the outskirts of town, on your buddy's property, on his or her acres, and they're like, hey man, want to pop a couple of rounds off? I'm totally down. Alright. Set some safe targets to shoot at up, a couple of tin cans, you know. AR-15s are incredibly lightweight. They do not shoot 50 caliber bullets. If you watch Demolition Ranch on YouTube, you'll see him take a Barrett 50 caliber rifle to a piano. No, AR-15s shoot a cartridge called a .223, which is commonly found in a lot of other guns too, not just the AR-15, but also your Winchester lever action. A standard AR-15 clip can hold the same amount of ammunition as a fully loaded Winchester lever action. But because of the AR-15's nasty history, because it looks like a scary machine gun, a big bad military weapon, people tend to be on the fence about it. I've seen videos on this where they took a bunch of guns that were unloaded and they had them on display on a table, and they asked people, which one do you feel more comfortable with? Do you support guns? It was that kind of thing. And a lot of people pointed at the Winchester lever action and said they don't mind that so much, but the AR-15 makes them feel uncomfortable. Really something to make you think. And here's the fact of it. Right now, the coronavirus is killing more people than guns. Too far. Right now, knives kill people a lot more on an annual basis than guns. Most people aren't going to use a gun to kill someone. They make way too much fucking noise. And getting a silencer is a pain in the ass. Plus, when you shoot someone, it leaves a nasty mess all over the place. Which means you gotta clean up more evidence, which means you gotta, you know, ugh. Fuck murder, I'm just saying. You know, but that's just it. Some of these liberals, some of these, I shouldn't say, it's not just liberals. There are some Republicans that dislike firearms too, but some people who dislike firearms have never even held one. They've never shot one. They've had no desire to. Their hatred for guns is just based on all the negativity they see regarding firearms. My look at it is, if you choose to focus on all the horrible crap associated with guns, then of course guns are going to be perceived as some pretty evil things. But if you choose to focus on what guns can do for protection, you know, they can be enjoyed as a sport. Maybe you're hunting deer, you know. You focus on the positives that guns have. And that's a sentence most people wouldn't say. Your argument are, what positives are there to having a gun? All they do is destroy. Well, that argument is fair, but my argument is, what positives are there to being a human? You know, you want to make that argument. Humans are the ones that made guns in the first place. Humans discovered how to make gunpowder, and it was all downhill from there. We went from blasting each other with cannons on a pirate ship to blasting each other with AR-15s. A little too far, man. You got Christians who are against violence, but they worship the Bible, which is kind of irony in a nutshell. Think about this for a second. Hypothetical, let's say an intruder is breaking into your house to steal all your shit. Some people think, well, if you hide a gun all over the house, you'll go to find it if you need it. That's stupid. Because what if the bad guy breaks into your house, they're quiet, you don't hear them break in, they're looking around for shit to steal, and they see a gun in plain sight. They're like, fucking hey, they're making my job easier. Dude, I'm gonna take that, excuse me. So you know what you do? You keep the gun by your bedside, you keep it in a safe if you have to. That if the bad guy breaks in and you hear it, you're already prepared. But no, you don't like guns, so you don't have one, right? You're a God-loving Christian, you hate guns, and you're all, yeah, okay. So you decide to throw a rock at them instead, because that's all you got. Some motherfucker's got an AR-15 pointed at you, and you start shouting Bible quotes at him like you're some righteous motherfucker. He who cast the first stone, bitch, and you throw it at him, and you miss. The bad guy looks up at you and says, "Oh, there you are." That was easy. Well, it's kind of like sexism, you know? When we choose to focus on sexism when it only happens to women, the issue never gets properly dealt with. Look at Johnny Depp's case. If he didn't have the recording of his wife male shaming him and victim shaming him, his wife would have won that lawsuit. That's just it. As soon as an AR-15 or any gun is used to pull a mass shooting, of course it's all over the fucking news. Fuck mass shootings. Anytime a cop kills an innocent man, it's all over the news. Because that's what the news does, man. They share depressing shit. If you're watching the news, you're either going to be pissed off, depressed, or confused. One of the three. You know, and they report this to keep us informed, which is good. But it would be nice if they focused more on, you know, the positive things that cops do for our society instead of another trigger-happy cop, da-da-da-da-da. It's like, oh, here we fucking go. I'll happily join the peaceful protest, bitching and ranting on YouTube about it. Even if I'm just using my voice, at least I'm speaking up. Because quite honestly, I'm tired of white people being seen as the racist assholes. I'm tired of black people getting killed for no reason. Bullshit, YouTube. As heavy as 10 moving boxes. Holy shite. Now, AR-15s are incredibly lightweight and really easy to aim and really easy to shoot. But personally speaking, I think they're overrated. I don't think you should be allowed to 3D print your own gun parts and build a gun at home. I think gun making should be left to a professional gunsmith and or manufacturer. I don't think AR-15 should be allowed to have clips with no more than 30 rounds. No bump fire stocks, no silencers, no fully automatic. And that the sale of an AR-15 should be restricted to people 21 years or older because it shoots a pistol cartridge and you have to be 21 and up to buy a pistol. And on top of that, stricter background checks for assault weapons. You know? But holy crap. A lot of what the media does is try to spread fear. The news organizations are owned by 6 major companies that are run by a bunch of corporate fat cat 1% motherfuckers. So you're only going to hear what's best for that company's interest and what they think they want you to hear. You're not going to hear the truth. The truth, you can't handle the truth. Well, I mean, how the fuck are you supposed to talk to people? You can't tell them the truth, that might hurt their feelings. But if you lie to them, they don't trust you. I mean, really. But in this video, the focus will be on protesters and the solid gold dumb comments.
Okay, you ready?
Oh shit, yeah.
Here it comes.
Okay, I'm ready.
Who said do away with guns?
What are you out here for then?
Not to do away with guns, just to limit possession of guns, meaning just certain guns.
What type of guns?
For starters, the AK-15.
I'm Linda, and
The AK-15. Holy shit. I laughed when I heard her say that because I'm like, there's no such thing. And then I Googled it. There actually is an AK-15. There's a gun company out there that made one, so I educated myself. What she meant to say was the AR-15. She got the AK-47 and the AR-15 confused. But I'm like, you know, this is my point. Why is it that when, you know, pit bulls are no different in this aspect? You know, pit bulls get a bad name because of their owner, and guns are no different, unfortunately. And the way I see it, like I said, the liberals who hate guns based off the corporate bullshit propaganda the media feeds you versus doing your own research and being a free thinker, those people are just as annoying as these assholes who are way too passionate about it. I mean, I swear, some of these people are so passionate about their guns, they would attach a pocket pussy to the handle of their pistol so they could fuck themselves off after they get off, they can pop a round off and be like, oh, I love my gun so much. I blew my load. Or better yet, if you're a crazy, radical, gun-loving woman, you attach a dildo to the handle of your gun, so when you fuck yourself, you can at least say, it does it right, and it'll protect you, because no man will, because you have a hard... Okay, that's too far. Probably the same asshole who puts a pocket pussy on the pistol grip of their handgun, so when the gun's facing forward, they can jack themselves off with it while they watch Roadhouse. Oh, Patrick Swayze kicked another guy in the face. I kind of did a Ron White reference with that. That was... Now, obviously they're not going to do that, but they act like it, you know. There are people out there who are very passionate about their gun rights. So much so that it makes them come off as nut jobs. And that's the thing of it. That's why a lot of liberals and people in general have that issue with firearms, because of the radical assholes that support them. I'll say it again, if you want to support gun rights at a rally, that's fine. But have a separate rally for it. Protesting gun rights at a George Floyd peaceful protest rally is so inappropriate. That's like going up to a bunch of 4K runners who are jogging for cancer awareness and going, hey man, want a cigarette? Could you imagine it, YouTube? Alright everybody, thanks for coming out to the jog. Really appreciate it. We're out here today jogging, doing a 4K for lung cancer awareness. Some asshole on the sidelines just like, I need a smoke. Oh, that Marlboro Red tastes so good. Oh, yeah. No, it'd be incredibly fucking insensitive, dude. People would look at you like, what the fuck's wrong with you?
I agree with banning fully semi-automatic guns. Definitely.
Are you for
Fully semi-automatic guns. That's an oxymoron. That's like Milo saying she's a trans-binary. I mean, really. If it's fully semi-automatic, guess what? You pull the trigger and release it, you're not going to be able to fire it until you pull the trigger again. Fully automatic guns, you squeeze the trigger, it just sprays the bullets. Empty a whole clip in one trigger pull. That's the difference. So this is why people come off as incredibly stupid. They're tired, just like the gun owners, they're tired of people getting killed for no reason. So you got people on separate sides pretty much fighting for the same cause. I mean, people who own guns are also fighting for their gun rights, as well as protesting against gun violence. People who are against guns are just protesting against them and against the whole thing in general. But collectively in the middle, if you have the liberal who hates guns and the Republican who loves guns, both sides are sick and tired of innocent lives being taken. So instead of focusing on that, it's all about taking our gun rights away or not taking our gun rights away. And, you know, people suck, and you're blaming guns for that. That's like the biggest scapegoat there ever was. Until they develop guns that can think for themselves and shoot people whenever they want, then I'm still gonna say it. Guns don't kill people, people kill people. Back in the Bible thumping days, I tell you what, back in the day of Jesus Christ himself, I tell you what, they didn't have AR-15s. They had swords, they had spears, they had rocks and torches and pitchforks. And maybe a farmer's scythe if they were lucky. But if you want to ban guns, okay, then let's send our troops overseas with sticks and stones and see how far they get defeating the enemy. Go ahead, I'll wait. I was being dark and sarcastic. Of course that wouldn't work.
for gun control?
Yeah.
Who should control the guns?
Who should control the guns? Probably the government.
Do you trust the government?
No.
You don't trust the government, but you want them to control the gun?
You so dumb.
Oh my fucking
What would you say is an assault
God, dude, this is ridiculous. That protester was like, they don't trust the government, but they want the government to control the guns. Holy shit, dude. People cannot seriously be this fucking retarded. Oh my, you can't say that word, that's politically incorrect. You know what? I'm gonna say it because I have Asperger's. That's a form of mental retardation. I get to say it. And furthermore, on a separate argument, if you're teaching people that to view that word as an insult, someone calls them a retard, they're gonna be like, fuck you, I'm not a retard. You're not nice. Versus you call them a retard and they say, thank you for noticing my disability. That's what makes me unique and awesome. And you have a nice day. And if you're special needs and someone calls you a retard, just say, hey, thanks for noticing, man. You have a nice day. It fucks with them because they're expecting you to react, to get angry, to get all flustered, like, oh, that's so politically incorrect. Oh, you know. Telling people you shouldn't say that word is going to make them want to say it. It's the red pill theory, red button theory. You're in a room by yourself, and as a social experiment, you tell the person in that room, we're going to do a survey, but the surveyor is running a little bit late. So maybe you offer them a little bit of cash for doing the survey. And then there's this big red button in the middle of the room, and you tell them in order to get the cash for the survey, they can't press the button. Simple as that. And if they ask you, what's the button do? Don't tell them what it does. Just say, don't press the button. And I guarantee you their morbid curiosity will kick in, and maybe sometimes when they push the button, a loud, obnoxious buzzing siren sounds, or maybe sometimes nothing happens. But that's just how it is, man. White people should not use the N-word because it's racist towards African Americans, and because Irish immigrants were called the N-word when they came to our country here in America. Look it up. White people being called the N-word too. Right around Abraham Lincoln's presidency, if I'm not mistaken. So even back then we had immigrants giving immigrants shit, like, wow, the hypocrisy of our history is just...
Oh, the AK-15, and probably anything that holds above 6 bullets. That's my personal opinion.
There's a lot of handguns that hold more than 6 bullets.
And
Assault rifle.
So dumb.
What would you say is an assault rifle?
oh, the AK-15, and
okay, here's the thing of it. When this video was made, they had not come out with it yet, but since this video has been made, they have come out with an AK-15, and it literally looks like an AK-47 and an AR-15 had a baby, and it's all covered in polymer parts, and yeah. But when this video was made on YouTube and posted, the AK-15 was not a thing. So, yeah. That explains the noise, I guess. But
probably anything that holds above 6 bullets. That's my personal opinion.
There's a lot of handguns that hold more than 6 bullets. Do you think we should get rid of all handguns as well?
That holds over 6 bullets, yeah. That's my opinion. Yeah.
Do guns assault people or do people assault people?
Both.
Are you Squidward?
So how does an inanimate object assault someone?
Because what happens is that people have access to the guns of what you might call mass destruction.
The fact is that when police officers shoot, a lot of the times they miss anyway.
Yes, a gun ban is absolutely what's necessary. I think that we need to start from scratch with the whole gun issue. You know, we have people who think that it's okay to kill an intruder into their house.
hold up. Hold up. Did she just say that we need to ban guns because people think it's okay to kill an intruder into your house? Wow, what kind of drugs is she on? She might want to quit huffing that paint. Lay off the crack. Correct me if I'm wrong, but if you are a father and a mother with kids of your own, and some psycho sick fuck breaks into your fucking house with a knife, intent to do some nasty harm, and you pull out your double-barrel shotgun and pepper his ass, he drops to the floor, you kick the knife away from him, you take the butt of your shotgun and break his nose with it, knock his ass the fuck out, then you call an intruder, then you call that intruder into the cops and they arrest his ass. We don't just sit there to kill an... How does that even work? To kill an intruder into your house? So what, you have to like tell them, hey you, yeah, I see this, yeah, see what I'm holding, yeah, get in my house, try to steal my shit, try to rape someone and steal my shit. Right now, I got this thing pointed at you. And then as soon as they're in the house, bang! That doesn't make sense, dude. Holy fuck, dude. You know, for every overly passionate gun owner, there's at least one really dumbass person who doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about when it comes to guns. It's just the yin and the yang of life, I suppose. Like, I saw this and I was like, ow, my head. Where's the beer? Anybody have a beer or a Vicodin? Or maybe a fat blunt of some good weed? Because this chick right here. Like, fucking goddamn it. Now, of course, my favorite gun of all time is a double-barrel side-by-side shotgun. I've liked them ever since I was a kid. And then I watched Tombstone with Val Kilmer and Kurt Russell. You know, awesome Western movie. And I wanted to get into the sports of shooting guns safely. And I also wanted something to protect me when I'm in my apartment. And when I first got my double-barrel shotgun, a lot of people were concerned, rightfully so, but I've owned it for well over 10 years. And I haven't done anything stupid with it because that's how you do it. The first 2 rules to gun safety. Safety tip number 1, treat a gun as if it is loaded. Step 2, keep it empty unless you're on the shooting range. You know, that's how you avoid accidental discharge. And that's just it. It's not just the mass shootings that give guns a bad name. It's the idiots who own them when they accidentally kill themselves because they forgot to check it or follow the first 2 big rules. Of course, people aren't really concerned about double-barrel break-action shotguns. They're more concerned about the big bad AR-15. Personally, I think AR-15s are overrated. I'd rather have a Sega AK-47, but I really don't need one. I don't get to go out to the range very often. For how small my apartment is, that just seems like overkill. But
people who think that it's okay to kill an intruder into their house. People who think that it's okay to kill an intruder into their house.
Oh.
I'm fine. I just threw up in my mouth a little bit.
What's a AR-15?
From my understanding, anything that has automatic loading and refiring is something that can kill more people more quickly.
What would you say is an assault rifle?
It's
the only guns that are, a lot of guns are automatic. It's not just AR-15s. You look at revolvers, for instance, your Colts, Peacemakers. As soon as you fire a shot, it automatically rotates the cylinder to the next one. I can't believe we have to have this conversation.
what is it? NR-15s? AR-15s?
What's an assault rifle?
A gun that can shoot.
What's the difference between a...
Oh, that really definitive answer right there. I tell you what. You got people asking protesters, what's an AR-15? And they just look at you like with the dumbest expression on their face. It's a gun that can shoot. And to be fair, it's when you hate guns, you're not going to do research into them. If you dislike guns, you're not going to study them. That's understandable. So most people don't know the difference between semi-automatic and fully automatic. I'll say it again. Fully automatic is a machine gun. It basically, one trigger pull, it sprays the whole clip. Semi-automatic, you have to release the trigger before you squeeze it, before you can shoot another round. Not much of a difference, but yeah. The problem with it is you see both sides of this argument getting extremely heated about this conversation. To such a degree that the conversation gets completely lost and you're talking about something else completely different and you're sitting there going through this page of back and forth response, like how did it get from this to this?
Semi-automatic gun and an automatic gun.
It's semi-automatic.
What is it? What does that mean?
It can shoot, like you pull the trigger, it shoots faster. Like a bump stock, InfoWars.
You're funny.
How about having a safe zone where people can feel comfortable and you're not always worried about someone jumping up and trying to shoot you?
I believe in the ban of all guns. I don't think it's necessary for civilians to carry around firearms and things that can kill people in an instant of a second.
Definitely.
Oh, that one right there was one of those, oh, believe me, the quotes get even better. Oh, you're so noble. You don't want people to hurt themselves and hurt each other. Good for you. Okay, sweetheart. When your fat ass is sitting in bed trying to sleep and someone breaks into your fucking house trying to rape you and kill you and you don't have a gun to protect yourself and you're just barely able to push them off and defend yourself, just barely, you'll think back to that stupid quote you said and you thought, you know, maybe if I had a gun I could have stopped the intruder a lot quicker. Holy shit, dude, you got this fat bitch in the protest going, I don't think citizens should have guns. I think they're wrong. Blah, 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 blah. You might think to yourself, what about a baseball bat? Yeah? That'll only get you so far. You go to swing at the baseball bat at a motherfucker, he blocks it, he or she blocks it, rips it out of their hand, out of your hand, and then beats you with it. And I'm like, you know what? You think that citizens should not be allowed to own guns? You want to make that argument because guns kill people, then people should not be allowed to own cell phones, people should not be allowed to own kitchen knives, power tools, cars, cell phones. People should not be allowed to own bicycles because you can run somebody over with one of those. Because yeah, that was the thing in New York City. Pedestrians getting hit by bicyclists. Oh, we're not even halfway through the video, and I tell you what.
I don't see any reason for anyone to have one that's not going to assault somebody. You can't use them for hunting. They destroyed the meat.
Wait.
People in an instant of a second.
Definitely. I don't see any reason for anyone to have one that's not going to assault somebody. You can't use them for hunting. They destroyed the meat.
Okay, we can't. So you're sitting there saying you can't use guns for hunting animals, it destroys the meat. Okay, if you're an avid hunter, then you choose the proper gun to hunt with. You're not gonna have a .50 caliber to hunt ducks. If you're trying to eat duck for dinner, you know, a .50 caliber bullet would make that duck go. You're not gonna have a deer slug to hunt tiny ass pheasants and quails. That's overkill. But because humans are so used to being able to go to the grocery store or go to a restaurant and get food, they don't have to hunt to survive. It's made us lazy and dependent. So the idea that some people hunt for their food or because they enjoy the sport is seen as crude. And I'm like, well, this is my opinion. You know, the first humans had to survive somehow, didn't they? They started by getting a stick and a rock and making the stick very, very sharp. They'd find an animal they could eat, bash it on the head, stab it, and then they'd use the animal's fur for clothing to keep them warm, protect them from the elements. And they could use the animal's bones for tools to sew things, make things. Now, if humans don't have modern conveniences like we have today, they had to make do with what they had. Humans didn't have Walgreens back in the evolution period of humans first evolving. How they relied on it was communication amongst the different tribes. They were like, hey, you can eat these berries, they're good for you, but if you eat these berries, you'll die. Or hey, this plant works for a bunch of shit, this plant doesn't do anything. I'm serious, YouTube. That's called, what's the word? Cultural communication. Or evolution, adapting to your surroundings. So because humans no longer have to hunt or gather for their food, all they gotta do is drive down to the grocery store and then drive back. And that's just it. When humans are no longer at the bottom of the food chain fighting off animals that could kill them, to now humans are at the top of the food chain next to lions. You know, and what's wrong with having a gun to protect yourself and then occasionally go out and enjoy the safety and responsibility, of course, but responsibly enjoying a couple of minutes at the shooting range, you know? I watched a video on YouTube where a bunch of anti-gunnies were doing a video with this one YouTuber, and the YouTuber in question took them to a gun safety course and trained them on how to properly handle a firearm, and then took them to a shooting range where they could shoot at paper targets. A couple of the people said, well, I see why people like shooting guns safely, but it hasn't changed my opinion. A couple of people said they actually had fun doing it, and that they feel disgusting that they enjoy doing it because it makes them think, you know? Their whole life they're saying how much they hate guns, blah, blah, blah. So then they're given a proper gun safety training course and then a safe place to shoot it, and then they hate themselves for enjoying it. And then a couple people thought about getting one just because they enjoyed it so much.
What kind of policies would you like to see implemented?
More regulated background checks. I don't think that we should have rifles. There's no need for it. We are not military.
More regulated background checks. I kind of agree with that, but unfortunately, background checks only go so far, you know? That's the sad truth of it. Going back to what I said earlier about how modern society has made us lazy, imagine what our founding fathers were going through when they had nothing to, you know, they didn't have a whole lot. All they had were their muskets, and, you know, they used it to hunt and protect America during the war and shit, the War of Independence. Insert footage of a man shooting a musket. Ooh. Excuse me. No, it's ridiculous, YouTube. Even if the things you do don't kill people, there might be someone out there who says there's no need for it. Like if you're into getting tattoos, for instance, if you're into getting tattoos and you got your body's just covered in them, people might say, well, that's a bit excessive. Or if you're a gun collector and you go clay shooting and you hunt, so you have a couple guns laying around your house, people might look at you and go, that's excessive. Really, it's just a matter of opinion on a lot of these particular scenarios, but
Tyrannical government from abusing power such as the
You have fun fighting somebody with an AR-15 that has a tank.
Wow! You just called me the B word and grabbed my microphone. What a nice gentleman that is.
Open carrying in a crowd like this is a challenge, and it's legal.
It's legal.
It's legal.
oh, this chick.
And they have tiny little micro penises, so they had to wear their giant penises for the whole world to see.
Oh, fuck this fat cunt. Fuck this fat, nasty, wrinkly cunt who hasn't had dick in so long. So whenever a man carries his gun, it's, oh, dude. Oh, my fucking God, dude. I am so tired of it. This negative social stereotype for men, it's all about how big our dicks are. I'm so sick of it. Women know exactly what I'm talking about when it comes to breast size. I'm just saying. Listen here, lady. You fucking fat, hunchback looking, wrinkly, frog looking, nasty, wrinkly, aging cunt. And then she walks away and you heard someone in the crowd going, "Oh, brother. All these men have micro penises, so they gotta wear their big penises on the outside." Yeah, that's why apparently men like loud cars too. Not because classic cars kick ass or anything, but because it's about our dick size. Oh my fucking god, dude. This was the worst one of them all, dude. Now, you look at this lady who's saying this crap. She's morbidly obese. She's wearing this ugly-ass looking sun hat. Probably hasn't had dick in like 20 to 30 years. Probably had a couple guys treat her like crap her whole life. So now she's got this typical female sexist agenda towards men. It's all about your dick sizes. And that's what I'm talking about when it goes from being about gun control, gun politics, having a conversation to now we're somewhere else. Like, you want to have an adult conversation about something? Let's talk about it then. Sitting there making it about someone else's genitalia, now you're gender washing the issue. Fuck off. Ladies, you know how men feel about this issue? You know exactly how you feel. Society telling you it's all about how your ass and your boobs and your hips are shaped. Well, I'll tell you what, fellas, we're sick of it too, man. It's not about our goddamn dick sizes. Now, what if we said something like, and I quote, the only reason that women buy purses is because it's all about that materialistic status, about how awesome and fancy they think they are, because look at them, they got their new purse. And the only reason why women get purses is because they want to show off how rich they are, how luxurious they are, and look at them go. Did that trigger some women? Well, that's basically what you said. Now, some women might say, hey, you know what? Purses are useful. You can carry shit in them, carry your wallet. Yeah. Some people might go, Josh, that's a dumb argument. Purses don't kill people. Want to bet? Want to bet, motherfucker? Take a couple of bricks into a purse and then close it shut so the bricks don't come out. And some motherfucker tries to steal it and you smack him across the head and it kills him. Want to bet? Or what if, okay, what if a man had said the only reason women buy fancy purses is because they have small boobs? And I tell you what, that would piss a lot of women off, wouldn't it? You're just sitting there like, oh hey, the only reason you buy a flashy purse is so people are looking at that and not at your mosquito bites. Women would fucking hate that shit, right? But when a woman makes a comment like that, like, oh, the only reason men are carrying guns is because they have tiny penises, men will say, oh, brother, and women will sit there and go, right. That's just it. If men made a sexist assumption about women based off their genitalia, women would be so quick to call them a pig and a chauvinist for it. But when women do it, you might hear one guy or two guys go, "Oh, brother," but then you hear women chime in going, "Yeah, right." And the only reason it's like that is because society has groomed men a certain way. Society has groomed men regarding our penis size. It's as old as time. It's no different than society making women feel like shit for their bodies. Like, I can't believe we had to have a gender relations conversation within a gun control, gun debate. Like, holy fuck, dude. And you know what? If she would have just said she doesn't like him and that's her opinion, I would have been fine with it. But this sexist assumption. Considering that most of the men her age probably have to take Viagra to get a boner, and most of the men her age wouldn't fuck her anyway because she's a nasty fat little cunt. Like literally, I paused the video at 4 minutes and 15 seconds. And the two men standing in front of her, this one guy's looking past her like, you fucking bullshit. This other guy standing next to this woman is looking at this lady like, are you flipping kidding me, woman? And like, you see a woman standing next to the other guy holding up a picture of an African American who was murdered by a racist cop, and this fat bitch is over here saying how it's all about our dick sizes. I'm like, has she completely missed the fucking point, or am I the only one who sees this? I'm just like, holy fuck, dude. Like, listen, lady, the issue's not about dick size. Ooh. Now, I'm confident with my dick size, man. You know? It's not the size of the boat. It's the motion of your ocean. Like, if you want to watch this video for yourself, I'll put it in the description box of this video. Holy crap, dude. As a guy, I am so sick and tired of that negative gender-based assumption. Oh, you men, it's all about your dick size and how big your muscles are. Huh. Oh. I'm sorry, but I was offended by that. Like, all these dumb quotes about guns, and then on top of it, like, the dumb quotes about guns are one thing. I can shake it off as just ignorance and fear-based in media kind of thing. And occasionally shitty circumstances and bad situations you were in. But this blatant sexism towards men takes it to a whole new fucking level. Now, what if someone had said, the only reason you women wear push-up bras is because it's all about your boobs. You're just trying to get some dick. Or maybe because women feel sexy and, you know, I don't know. Ugh. Holy crap. Now, you look at this lady walking away, just hobbling away with her... But even though I hate that sexist comment she made about men, I kind of agree with her. There really is no reason to carry guns at a peaceful protest. And honestly, I feel like people at the protest here in town, half of them were carrying it to show it off, and the other half were carrying it to keep the situation safe. I don't know. I need some fucking pipe tobacco. Hold up. Tell you what, YouTube. I'll give a shout out to my buddies Bree and Phil. They're also cigarette smokers, and they'll keep their butts that they smoke, and they'll break it up into a bag when they're done. They gave me a big ass bag of cigarette tobacco when I've been out of pipe tobacco for a bit. And what I'll do is I'll pack a bowl full, take a couple hits, and then set it down.
Even all amendments, yes, but I don't believe that you need any caliber of gun that what they're talking about using now.
Okay, the AR-15 uses a .223 caliber round, which is pretty freaking small. As I've said before, the news outlets are owned by 6 major corporations, including Disney. So they will feed you what they want to feed you, and you'll watch it and believe what you want to believe. That's how it works. Now a .223, which is also used in a Winchester lever action. I've said it before and I'll say it again. A standard AR-15 clip holds the same amount of ammunition as a fully loaded Winchester lever action. But you want to get rid of guns because they kill people, and let's get rid of fast food, let's get rid of soda pop, let's get rid of junk food. Get rid of food in general, because if you eat too much food you can get fat and become diabetic. And then we'll get rid of cell phones and cars. We'll just sit there and drink water. Oh wait, we have to get rid of water too, because water can be toxic. Water can kill you if it's not cleaned properly. And then while we're at it, we'll get rid of houses too, because houses can burn to the ground or crumble to the ground during an earthquake. We'll get rid of cell phones too while we're at it, huh? Just because people are idiots when they text and drive. Now, the biggest quote you might argue with is say, well, cell phones don't kill people in an instant. No, but they can. You're sitting there reading your text message, not paying attention, and then...
What is it? What to you is an assault rifle? What exactly?
Something that can shoot guns, that can shoot bullets, sorry, not guns, shoot bullets at more than 14 bullets in a very short amount of time. With a handgun, you shoot and and you have to cock it, right?
No.
Do you think that any...
Well, yes, you do. It depends on the gun. Both those people had a both people on that were right. It depends on, again, semi-automatic, you pull the trigger once, release it, pull it again. That's how it shoots. Fully automatic, you squeeze the trigger. With a handgun, yes, you do have to cock it, not for each shot, mind you. You load the clip, pop the clip in the bottom, rack the slide, pop, 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 and then the slide locks back when that last bullet hits. You empty the clip, pop the slide to release, decock the hammer.
Anybody uses an AR-15 for self-defense?
Well, maybe they think they are. I mean, I don't know.
There's many
defensive use of AR-15. Man kills 2, wounds 1 attacker. From the article Ammo Land Inc. posted on September 15, 2017 by Dean. An article from The Blaze. No shots fired. Home intruder decides not to stick around after seeing their victim holding an AR-15. Homeowner shoots intruder in Vance County break-in. Oklahoma man uses AR-15 to kill 3 teen home intruders. Ooh-wee. Okay, this is where I draw the line. You should not use a gun for self-defense unless the other person has a gun and they're trying to shoot you. But if it's dark out, you hear a noise downstairs, you're like, what the fuck was that? You don't know what the fuck you're getting into, dude. You know, the what if scenario starts playing in. You got 2 little girls sleeping upstairs and your wife, and you're the man of the house. When you're the man of the house, you gotta protect your family. So you go down there with your gun, and some asshole's in there with a baseball bat trying to steal your shit. You're like, oh hell no. Better to have it, not need it, than to need it and not have it. That's what I say.
Americans that use AR-15.
Oh, the man of the house. Now you're being a sexist. Women can protect the house too. I know they can. That was just an example. Calm down. You and your wife you and your wife both grab a gun. His and hers gun rack. Yeah. Nothing screams gender equality like a his and hers gun rack. One side's blue, the other side's pink. She picks one out, you pick one out, and you're like, okay, what the fuck was that? But you know that's not how it plays out. You know how that plays out. You're cuddling next to your wife at 4 o'clock in the fucking morning, and you hear a fucking noise, and you're just like, your wife wakes you up because she wants you to deal with it. Because that's just this responsibility of being a man. It's been ingrained in Mother Nature since the dawn of time. Men hunt and gather and protect for their woman and their family. You want to call me a sexist, but that's just how it is. That's not to say women can't do it, but I'm just saying.
Teens for that very reason, for self-defense.
Well, who are they going to shoot?
Then you have people wearing a t-shirt like this. The t-shirt reads, Liberals for Gay Space Socialism. Just, what the fuck? What the hell? Like, I don't even... Oh my fucking god, dude. Oh my freaking god, dude. This video's in my likes if you want to look at it.
Capacity. I think it separates the capacity, how much damage you can do and how fast. So it's your ammunition that separates and makes a semi-automatic automatic.
I would go for serious martial arts training and all kinds of training and disarm anybody with a gun.
We came, we saw, we kicked its ass.
Then melt them down and use them for sky rises or buildings for apartment and feed the homeless, feed the homeless, feed the homeless.
That doesn't make sense.
Let's look at cars, for example. When you get into a car crash, are you going to blame the car? Probably not.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Aren't automatic weapons already banned in this country?
The homeless.
That doesn't make sense.
Let's look at cars, for example. When you get into a car crash, are you going to blame the car? Probably not.
Oh yeah. You know that yeah, exactly. One person, exactly my point. The interviewer asked a question. They said, look at car crashes. You're gonna blame the car then? That's actually a tough but fair point. And then the person they're asking the question to just got this total derp face, like, huh? Like a mixture of being confused, pissed off, and at the same time, because they're like, they know that's a fair point, but if they try to argue it, it's just gonna make them look stupid.
Oh, darkness, my old friend.
Aren't automatic weapons already banned in this country?
No.
What's an automatic weapon that's not banned?
Oh, this chick again. Are automatic weapons banned in this country? No. She's kind of right. Semi-automatic are allowed in certain states, but fully automatic, yes. Fully automatic machine guns are illegal. And for good reason. But, yeah. Hearing people talk about a gun debate when they have no knowledge on guns or what calibers are used or how they shoot, etc. A lot of people who hate guns think that the details about what an AR-15 versus an AK-47, what's the difference, semi-automatic, fully automatic, they think, what's the difference, they're all evil, and that's, you know, well, it does make somewhat of a difference, because if you're going to have a political discussion about guns, it helps to be informed on. You don't necessarily have to shoot them to be informed as much as, like, just doing your research, like, what do the calibers look like, how big the bullets are, you know. I mean, you take guns out of the equation. If you're having an argument about something and you have no idea what you're talking about, you're just gonna look like a huge fucking idiot. YouTube, that's the fucking truth. Ugh.
I don't know a lot about guns.
Shocking! You don't know a lot about guns. Okay. That's just... God damn it, dude. If you don't know a lot about guns, then don't have a gun debate. Plain and simple. If you don't know a lot about guns, then don't have a gun debate. There's a big difference between debating on guns and having a peaceful debate. You know what I'm saying? Guns in themselves as an issue versus, you know, what they're being used for. You choose to focus on all the negative crap associated with guns, all the horrible crimes committed with them. And then that's how you're going to see guns, you know. But if you focus on the positives that guns have, how they can be used to protect your family, defend your country, they keep cops safe from bad guys. But if you don't know a lot about guns, then don't sit there and try to, someone asks you a question, don't be afraid to say, I don't know the answer because I don't know what you're talking about. Could you please explain it to me? That's just it. People don't want to ask for help or gain knowledge. They learn it on their own time. People are afraid to ask other people questions for knowledge because it makes them feel stupid. Because some people have this snarky attitude where they talk down to you, you know. I was at the CY bar having a drink, and this dude came up to me, and you could tell he was liberal in the way he talked. And he was one of those drunks that when he wanted to fight people, you know. The dude spilled my drink and kept on apologizing 1,000 times. I'm like, it's whatever, dude. It's whatever. It's all good. It happened the first time and I let it go. I'm like, bro, it's good. I ordered another one. Whatever. By the end of the night, it was last call. The dude spilt my drink a second time and he was like, okay, that time you shouldn't have to pay for it. That was my bad. And then he tried to get me one, but he didn't try that hard. Long story short, he got into a fight with this dude at the bar. And the dude's like, you know, that's just so typical, you libtards and your fucking ponytails ruining the world. And then the dude he was talking to, the first dude I was talking about, starts doing his spew. And I'm like sitting there going, can we not demasculate each other like this? That's the problem with our fucking society. Your political ideology is now judged based off of your hairdo. Like, that's just fucking lame, dude. Oh, you're a dude with thick glasses and a ponytail. I bet you're a libtard who drinks Starbucks. Fuck off, dude. You ever get around people who are like that at the bar? They get drunk and they get into an argument with someone and then it gets heated and then they want to fight each other. It's like, dude, have a beer and calm the fuck down. There's no reason to fight. We're all here having a beer as adults. Socialize, mingle. If you're at a bar, don't talk religion or politics. That's a great way to start a bar fight. I tell you what. I've seen bar fights break out over politics, man. I tell you what. Fucking stupid. And then some asshole gets shoved into my table. I'm not even a part of it. But the fucking asshole that shoved the other asshole got my beer spilled. Now I'm pissed. Like, listen here. We are grown-ass adults. There's no reason to argue like a bunch of children. And that's what politics is anymore. It's arguing like children. Not letting each other talk. No, you listen. No, you listen. No, you listen. No, 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 no. See, that's just so your Republican agenda. Oh, no, 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 no. That's just so your liberal agenda. You're so focused on making it about the political party and not about the issues, and that's why politics sucks. Oh, wee. This is why when you ask people, hey, do you discuss politics? They give you that look like, no, no. New. All this bullshit with our politics and our politicians, it's a bunch of poo gas, if you ask me. Yes, I made a Freakazoid reference. What of it?
You're protesting.
Holy fucking shit, dude. Some of the political humor in this video is a little bit edgy. How liberals protect themselves, and it shows a bunch of people pretending to shoot guns with their fingers going pow, pow, pow. Oh my fucking god, that's horrible. Believe it or not, there are some liberals who actually support gun rights, and there are some Republicans who are against guns. Hard to believe, but they do exist. I'm trying not to laugh, but goddamn it, dude. You see two older people pretending to shoot guns with their fingers, and I bet it was for a skit they were doing for a anti-gun violence video or some shit. But the fact that, this is how liberals protect themselves. God damn it. Holy shit. Here comes another clip from another well-spoken, gun-hating, I'm not going to call them liberal because I feel like it's a stereotype. Oh look, the liberal who hates guns, you know, that's just a dumb stereotype. I don't think it has anything to do with your political belief personally. I think it has to do with more your personal opinion on guns than anything else, but... And then, of course, the clip like this one. You get 4 college girls and this other girl interviewing them, asking them a whole bunch of questions, and... Fair warning, it's about to get really stupid in here. I mean, so unbelievably stupid, you're gonna wonder, what the fuck are they putting in their drinking water? Yep. Just because you have an opinion don't mean you're right.
So many people aren't even aware of what's right and what isn't. And we're here to, basically, we just need to spread more awareness. Because I didn't even know that, you know, and we've done our research.
Alrighty then.
So, like an AR-15, would you say that's an automatic?
Yes.
So, actually, an AR-15 is a semi-automatic. Do you know what a semi-automatic and an automatic are?
Not really, so.
What? You have this sign that says "Goths for gun control." You said you've done your research, so you know what you're talking about. But then when the interviewer says, do you know what the difference is between semi-automatic and fully automatic? If you're going to have a conversation about gun control, actually, no, I don't. Hold on, I got to take my ring off. Oh, that is such a face palm. Oh my fucking god, dude. You can't say you've done your fucking research if you don't know what the fuck the question is. Holy crap, YouTube. We don't need stricter gun control, we need smarter gun control. That's what I'm saying. I've preached this on my channel before. Like, literally, she's holding up this paper that says Goths for gun control. Which, you know what? I can kind of support that because the goth scene tends to have a negative reputation anyways. Because of, oh, you're a social outcast, you little weirdo freak. Okay, let's not go down that rabbit hole. No. Not in this video, no, let's,
We've done our research.
Cars kill more people a year than guns. A gun is still more dangerous?
Yeah, because there's more opportunity for it.
What? So the interviewer asks this chick, so you think guns are still more dangerous than cars? And she says, absolutely, there's more opportunity for it. Okay. Then explain to me why we have carpooling. If guns are a bigger problem than cars, how can we have carpooling? Because there's so many damn cars on our planet, they've had to create a side street. For those of us who are too broke to afford a car, so we hop in a car together and share the gas expenses. And you're so sick of traffic that you're thinking, hey, you know what, I'll take the carpool lane. What's the worst that can happen? They catch you with no one in the passenger seat and they give you a goddamn ticket. No one in the passenger seat and you're using the carpooling lane without carpooling. Okay, you know what? Let's do some research. How many people die from car crashes every year?
1.25 million people. According to the Wandering RV, nearly 1.25 million people are killed in car crashes each year. On average, that's 3,287 deaths a day.
Alright, so according to the national survey, about 1.25 million people are killed by car crashes. Now, I could be proven wrong on this. That's why I'm doing this Google bit right now. How many people die from guns every year?
According to Wikipedia, in 2017, gun deaths reached their highest level since 1968 with 39,773 deaths by firearm, of which 23,854 were by suicide and 14,542 were homicides.
Holy shit! Holy shit! I'm actually right! Ha! How about that? How about we have car control? Oh, no, we don't have that. Fuck no. Cars are seen as a social status in our society, I tell you what. And believe me, I just asked Google these questions. Google has all the answers, so... Huh.
We've done our research.
One of the 17 that died at the Parkland shooting, sadly, was he was a teacher and he kind of dove in front of the kids, right? He saved their lives and he died in the process. Don't you think that he would have wanted to have a gun to save some kids' lives?
Fire with fire.
Oh my god. Here we fucking go. Oh-wee. That is a question that is really hard to answer because there's two answers to it. In order to stop mass shootings, do you think teachers should be allowed to carry guns? And my initial answer is no. Because if you're not allowed to carry guns in school unless you're a police officer, then that's just how it is. You know, like let's say that the teacher's been putting up with students' shit for far too long. They bully him, they harass him. And finally he opens up his desk and that sliver of thought just comes across his head. That little thought inside the teacher's head that says, you know what? I don't gotta take the crap from these students anymore. So instead, what we do, instead of giving teachers guns, we have a patrol officer that's assigned a duty to protecting the schools. And it's sad that we have to assign cops specifically to protect our schools from mass shootings, but you know, it's sad that we have to consider putting metal detectors at the gates of our schools, front entrances and all entrances. But, well, that's just the society we live in. But that's just it. If students are not allowed to carry guns in school, then teachers should not be allowed either. That's just fair. Like, I support guns, but there's a line, you know?
You don't think so? That's kind of like a saying that I've like kind of really thought of lately, is that you can't fire with fire. If
you can't fight fire with fire, that is true. However, like I said earlier in this video, if a bad guy breaks into your house with a gun and all you have is a stone to chuck at him, you're not going to get very far, dude.
someone's shooting at you, you have a very slim chance of not getting hit. But
a very slim chance of not getting hit. Well, now that just depends on how good of a shot they are, don't it? And the best part about this is the amount of sexism that comes from these incidences. Oh, men and their guns. I've heard some of these angry extremist feminazi women talk about how all mass shooters are just white males. And I'm like, if you want to be like that, look at Sung-Wee Cho from Virginia Tech. If you want to be like that, look at that bitch who tried shooting up the YouTube building with a pistol. What's next? A trans person holding up a convenience store? Good God, I hope not. Like, I need money for the operation. This is a stick-up. What operation? They start going off about how they're trans. Okay, that's too far.
But you can't just whip out a gun and be like, I'm gonna come at you too. Because a bullet can kill you real fast if it hits you in the right spots. We've done our research. What would you say is an assault weapon? Something that's automatic, where you can just put in a clip.
Bitch, you have no right to fucking talk about automatic. You say you've done your research, but when the interviewer asked you to define semi-automatic versus fully automatic, you're like, I actually don't know what that is. You contradicted yourself so fucking hard. So what's her definition of an automatic weapon? We gotta hear this. This is gold.
Research. What would you say is an assault weapon? Something that's automatic, where you can just put in a clip and it just runs and runs and runs and runs. We've done our research.
Oh my fucking God! You can't just put a clip in a gun and it starts firing, you stupid. You have to cock the gun, you have to pick it up and charge it, then you have to aim it and pull the trigger. You can't just jam a clip into an AR-15 and start shooting. I'm pretty sure that would be called a defective gun. Holy fuck. You can't sit there and say you've done your research and then turn around and say when the interviewer fucking asks you the difference between a semi-automatic and a fully automatic, you're just like, I don't know. So I'll say it again. Fully automatic, you pull the trigger once, it sprays bullets. Semi-automatic, you squeeze the trigger, you have to release the trigger all the way before you can fire another shot. Is that easy enough to remember? I'll make it easy for you to remember. If it's fully automatic, you can shoot a full clip really fast. If it's semi-automatic, it takes a little bit longer to empty. Which means the word semi means not as fast, if you break it down. If I got enough nicotine in my system to start my day, god damn it.
So wouldn't you say that getting in a car and choosing to drive somewhere is more dangerous than a gun being holstered with a safety on?
Not even. A gun.
Holy crap.
Is a lot more powerful, even though it's smaller in size and weight. It's there to hurt others. We've done.
Stop saying you've done your research. No, the fuck you haven't.
Our research.
And then the scary quote, millennials are our future. That's another thing I'm tired of. If you're a millennial and all the stupid millennials giving your generation a bad name, well, the rest of us are going, no, dude, no, we're not all like this. Just stop, dude. That's the scary part, is some of these idiots are the future of our country. That really is a depressing thought to think about.
Read the words. A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state. Sure, you need an organized military force to defend your country, but the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. This is the people, in contrast with the militia. It doesn't say the right of the militia to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. It says the right of the people. Now, why the word people? Because the people who wrote this had just fought a war for 2 years against a tyrannical state militia. They knew the time might come when they'd have to do that again. So they made the possession of weapons a right that the militia could never take away. Now, gun control advocates say the phrasing is clumsy, and the comma separating the state from the people is just a pause to get your breath. Strange, they can't seem to point out any other places where those hack framers fucked up the wording.
Pretty much. Exactly. You know why our founding fathers wrote the right to bear arms in our United States Constitution? Because right after they wrote the Declaration of Independence, they literally spent 2 years fighting a militia. Therefore, they wanted to make it so that the militia could not take away their right to bear arms. So just in case the militia gets taken down and people have to become citizen soldiers, basically, they can if they need to. It's for the right of the people to bear arms, not for the right of the militia to take that right away. Don't tread on me, goddammit. How long is this damn video? Oh my fucking god, there's no way. 2 hours long, are you serious? Oh my god. Is it really necessary to have a 2-hour discussion on this topic? No, but holy crap, when I'm watching this video and I get it. Sometimes people say things that they don't mean to say. The words don't come out right. Sometimes people are miseducated. But holy fuck, dude. Fuck. Anyways, YouTube. There we go. Let's stretch this goddamn hat out so I can make it fit my goddamn head. There we go, doesn't feel so tight. Anyways, YouTubers, I do thank y'all for watching the this 2-hour-long video, and I'll catch you later.